Alright, we're back with Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. That's what I meant to say last time. The other thing I noticed when I was digging through the menus and well, I was looking at the recording last time, and I decided I'd go ahead and equip these two because we'll need them for this opening part. But I noticed, and I never noticed this before, but it says MP2, so it's like, is that how much magic is used? So then I look at that and like at the light arrow, and it's MP4. So I'm like, oh, so it does tell you how many units of magic each spell uses. So that uses 6, and that one also uses 6, but that one uses 12. And there's a reason why that one's so expensive. And it occurs to me that I didn't actually, wait a second, did I get the one up there? No, I didn't. I don't know why it made the... Okay, I guess they're two different things. I figured you have to get them both to get one thing. But no. This was for blue rupees, and that one up there is for progression. So what was I saying? Was I talking about the... I don't know what I was talking about. How much magic each spell uses. Oh, wait a second. Grab that ledge, can't you? Under normal circumstances, perhaps. Oh. Oh, so that's how you get that one. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen because it wasn't the right angle. It's not supposed to go at an angle. Classic. Oh. Another one where you don't need to, eh? Oh, right. Normally you hit that switch, and then you just use the hook shot to just get back up there. But I didn't do that this time because I forgot because... Well, probably just because my mind's distracted. I think it actually has more to do with... Actually... I think the wind still activates, even if... Yeah, there it goes. I can jump off before it does anything. What was I saying? I don't know. Okay. Oh, I remember. I was saying that I think the lack of memory for what exactly to do and when probably has more to do with being distracted through thinking of what should I be saying right now, because I gotta have commentary. Not too much, but enough. Because I think if I was just playing this normally, I probably would. I was saying in the other episode that I think that there's a... It's just because it's been a long time, but now I'm thinking it has more to do with my brain can't just do these things quite automatically anymore. Because it's being focused on two different things. It probably has more to do with it. Actually. Now we're gonna see if I got this gold skulltula or not. No, I couldn't have because this area loaded, like, if I had come here earlier, then we wouldn't have seen that scene in the last episode where, you know, Link looks around and sees that there's no Hyrule Castle anymore, it's just Ganon's castle. I don't know why that didn't work earlier. I mean, the part where Navy examines it, there's that, but then there was like a little moment after that too. That's a cool, dynamic looking scene. Now we're gonna turn on easy mode. But it doesn't feel like you're really playing the complete game unless you get this. It's like... I mean, I guess you could also say the same thing about 100%ing. But for me, unless it's fun to 100%, I just don't see the point. And like, going after every gold skulltula just doesn't seem that fun for this game. Like, ironically enough, I tend to 100% Donkey Kong 64, but not Banjo-Kazooie, and certainly not Tooie. But Donkey Kong has this reputation for this just being too much, but... Oh, I guess... So far, she hasn't restored the magic, so maybe I was wrong about that. Oh, there it is. Okay, it was just off-screen where she restored it. Okay. Well, anyway, that's just the funny thing. I like 100% in Donkey Kong 64, but not Banjo-Kazooie, and certainly not this game. The closest I ever got was on my original file. Because if I'm going to 100% a game I don't really have fun 100%ing, it's going to be for the original file, and then not any others. Oh, bother. But now we can do the two we couldn't do before, because we have the gauntlets. So now we can at least get into this room, and the other one, we can use it to get the silver rupees. Speaking of silver rupees, it's kind of nice how they actually count as rupees. Since you're usually full on magic, it oftentimes doesn't come up. But if you aren't full, then they'll actually, I think it's, they might be worth 5, or maybe they're just worth 2 or something, or maybe even just 1. But either way, it's a nice touch, I think. I'm just gonna open all of these, even though I know like half of them are traps. That one, right? I guess you don't really need to open any of them, since it's just getting the keys that then gives you the keys. Seems like... Oh, right. It's because the chest appears there. But it still seems like that should be like a false wall by those candles. Like it could also be an illusion that the Eye of Truth could see past. But it didn't. Oh, yes. The two boulders are right next to each other? What's that about? Deedle. Uh-oh. Now I... couldn't make that. I think the boulders are faster than you. But here's where the illusory wall is. guess if they had one earlier, well, I don't know how obvious it already is to begin with. I guess if you really needed to, you could just go back to the Great Fairy again and heal your magic. Like after you're done with all these barriers. Oh yeah. I was gonna say we need that. We don't really need the Mirror Herald anyway, and this one looks more fitting. I think I'm gonna sneeze pretty soon. There it was. It was a real close call. Go pick it up. There you go. That way lets you get this one and the next one. But I think you actually need to jump for that one if you use the boots. There's not really a ledge for you to latch onto. Then that, well, I guess that one sinks no matter what. This is more adventurous if we have something to sink down into, and then you have to be quick enough to get to that, and then it's falling down. You're leaping across the cavern, the chasm, whatever, as you're sinking down, so it looks very adventurous. And, you know, risky or whatever. I wonder if I'm too casual sometimes. Like, should I get more into it? Like, oh, we finished the barrier, now we're gonna we just have one more seal to break, and then we can go. Should I just still be like, okay, then we're done with that. Oh, wait, I did the other one. Okay, and yeah, now the barrier's broken, so now we can go save Zelda. What's that shiny thing? Oops. I guess it doesn't matter, because you can't get to that bridge. With the direction I'm going in anyway. I guess I should have gone the other way, but no, it's not really worth thinking about. Maybe this is fine anyway. Don't exactly need to fight those guys. There was a time when I just fought anything that was on screen. It is still kind of my instinct. I was holding the controller funny. So I kept ducking. But as you can see, we didn't even take a full heart of damage because of the new defense spell. So it's like, oh, whatever. I'd say it takes away from the suspense. But like I was saying earlier, the way I play, there's not any suspense anyway. So I'm just being casual. Whoops. That guy tricked me. Maybe he was just following the program. Hey. Not interrupted here, but some noise. Do-do-do-do. So I guess it's dust as well. Now, if you want to be a pussy, only activate one of these guys. But then again, I do have this defense spell, so what am I talking about? If I'm gonna call you out, then I shouldn't be using the Vigor sword or getting the defense magic. I should probably be doing a 3-heart run anyway if I'm gonna call out people being weaklings. This isn't to say I can't do a 3-heart run. I have done 2 3-heart runs of this game. Other than the first one, I don't think I was familiar with how you're supposed to do those. I'm gonna save real... No, I'm not gonna save because that would actually be bad. Well, anyway, the first time I wasn't familiar with how you're really supposed to do those, so I would actually heal. But you're apparently not supposed to use any healing in 3-heart runs. Or some guidelines said that. Well, anyway, we're up here, but it's... Let's see, at 17 minutes, so... yeah, let's just do it. And then... I actually decided I'd just go ahead and make that a full episode. Get nice and close so he has less time to react. Welcome back to Zelda Ocarina of Time. Playing tennis again. Stakes is the fate of Hyrule. Whoa! Oh, wait. That was something we could have blocked back. I was expecting something else for some of these games. Yeah, I should have done that like that. How it like goes around, like it's coming, closing in around him to seal him or something. Oh! Ooh, yeah. Rather Laugh it up, fuzzball. Uh-oh. Yeah, let's do it like this. There's another way to do that, but this uses up less magic. Well, that's too bad. I said, "Hoo yeah," but I always planned for years and years and years to say, "Booyah!" Because it sounds like he says "Booyah" instead. This is an original copy, by the way, in case that wasn't clear. There it is. The most beautiful and rare rupee in all of Hyrule, and it's finally mine. Where did it go? Now it's only Zelda. She's useless. Well, my sister thought that was funny when I was first playing this game anyway. The first playthrough. That's what it's actually called. I'm just being awkward again. Nothing unusual about that. Now, what was I going to say about this part? Ah, yes, I remember now. It's actually pretty convenient that Ganondorf kidnapped Zelda. Because I don't know what their plan was originally, but it seems like they were just going to go into the tower together to confront Ganondorf. And if they did that, I guess he would have had to have guarded Zelda like this the whole time. Like, I guess he would have been like behind him, and he would have been like slashing at monsters and stuff, and she would have had to have hid behind or something. Who knows exactly what the plan was? We don't really get to see it executed because she has to be here to seal him. So, you know, she couldn't just wait around the Temple of Time. So, what I figure happened is that she was able to hide from Ganon, but then when she revealed the arrows of light, that they were kind of sealed away. When she revealed it to Link, it sort of activated them and made it so that they could be magically tracked. And then that's the power that Ganon sensed, which let's see, not drew attention to is kind of weak, but it revealed her presence basically in a kind of a roundabout way. But like, if only she can use those or can like make them or whatever, then it reveals where she is, and she was hiding them the whole time. So that's why it's like, at no other time did he figure out that that was Zelda. Well, there's also the fact that she undid her Sheik costume. I don't know if, I mean, a more mundane explanation would be that, Ganon was basically just watching Link the whole time, and then when she took off the costume, it's like, oh, it's Zelda. But that kind of assumes he's following Link the whole time, you know, magically tracking him or whatever, which is possible. But I kind of like the explanation that the arrows of light revealed her presence, because, well, I guess if they didn't know that he was, well, actually, forget that, because the thing about all that is he revealed himself right when the arrows came out into the open. She took them out of her pocket or whatever. That wasn't any time before or like significantly after. It was right when the arrows came out. So that's kind of why I figure that's what you sensed, and knew that it was Zelda. But to get back to what I was saying earlier, if that hadn't have happened, then, you know, we wouldn't have a princess to rescue. But maybe we would have, because, like, in just a less dramatic way, because he would have been following along like this. It would basically just be this, but going up the tower. And that would be kind of inconvenient. So he kind of did us a favor. Huh. She didn't scream that time. That's really the worst thing. Oh, look, sorry, Zelda, she's dead. But her screaming like that, that's really the obnoxious thing. I was getting real pissed off at her the first playthrough. It's just so disgusting in a way. I don't know how to describe it. It's like... It's like, just move. Well, I guess the really annoying thing is once he does that, she pauses. Like, she'll stop walking forward. It's just like, I'm fine, just move it. Move, 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 people. But anyway. And you see, this is a self-collapsible castle. It's very convenient that way. It's just folding nicely into a nice flat surface. We really could have just stayed on the top and been fine. We didn't have to go through all that. I like how he gets all cocky here. It's just like Ganondorf and his, what's he gonna say, pride? Oh, after this. Basically,